Alright, so I just got this MINI Doge 3 from Coin Mining Central, who are also sponsoring this video, but what should I actually do with this thing? So here you can see it on Coin Mining Central's website. As you can see, this thing is only like 450 bucks or so, so it is a very, very cheap Dogecoin miner. But the thing is, right, this thing is basically not profitable. I mean, you can see here at 10 cents per kilowatt hour, which if you have 10 cents, that's pretty cheap nowadays. But even then, this thing is not even making 10 cents per day in mining profits. A little bit more, 19 cents if you are using the low power mode. But then again, if you have a more common power rate, like maybe 15, which is still a pretty low one by today's standards, but then you can see this thing isn't being profitable at even the low power mode, right? But so then I thought, hey, why don't we solo mine with this thing? Is that a viable option? So in this video, we're gonna look at how much can you actually make if you solo mine and find a block with one of these things. We're gonna look at how to set that up on, you know, a mini Doge miner like this one. And then finally, we're also going to look at what are the actual odds of finding a block with a mini Doge miner like this one. So that's what's coming up in this video. And let's get right into it with just looking at how much is a Dogecoin solo mining block actually worth. Because while these can, you know, both mine, well, normally you merge mine Litecoin and Dogecoin with them. And nowadays you could even throw another third coin in there with Bellscoin. I do have a video on that, which I'll link down in the video description. But while you can mine any of those three coins and also a few other ones that are available with the script mining algorithm, the most profitable one is still Dogecoin, and the one that pays out most per block is Dogecoin, which is why we'll look at that one for solo mining in this case. And as we can see here, basically the block reward for a block when you are mining Dogecoin is 10,000 Doge. So how much is that worth? Well, 10,000 Doge is roughly $1,000. So if we were to actually hit a block when solo mining with this mini Doge, taking into account this thing is only about 450 bucks, that would be a pretty significant profit and return on investment if we were to find a block with it. And I figured, hey, this could be a fun little experiment to do with this, because I don't think it would ever ROI if I were to just mine normally, you know, pool mine with it and try to break even, especially if I was trying to sell the mined coins every day. Sure, I could mine, hold the coins, wait for price appreciation, and that could be a viable strategy. But then again, depending on your situation, you might just be better off buying the coin directly in that case. So I thought, hey, let's have some fun and try solo mining with it instead. But with solo mining, you also really need to keep in mind that if you don't hit a block, you never make anything at all. So again, it is one of those higher risk, higher reward kind of mining strategies. And my personal thought on the whole thing is obviously never invest any money into mining that you cannot afford to lose. And if you are going to do something a little bit more risky like this, you know, solo mining in hopes of hitting a block, maybe it's better to do it with some hardware that isn't very expensive, like this mini Doge, which also doesn't use that much power, so running it isn't that expensive either. But of course, you need to take your own circumstances into account and make your own decision on whether you want to do something like this. And if you decide to do it, I really think you should come at it as I'm just doing this for fun, rather than I'm doing this because I really think I will hit a block, because again, it is unlikely to do so. So how do we get set up for solo mining? Well, while you could of course spin up your own node and solo mine directly to that, a much quicker and easier way to get set up solo mining is to just do it through a solo mining pool. Basically, you are mining just as if you were pool mining, but the pool pays out the full block reward to you if you are the one to actually solve the block. So you get the full block reward. It's practically solo mining while not technically being solo mining. And of course, the easiest way to find a pool for any coin you are wanting to mine is just come to this website here called miningpoolstats.stream. Look up the coin you are wanting to mine, in this case, of course, Dogecoin. And if you're wanting to find a solo pool specifically, all you can do is just scroll through the list here, and any of the ones with the solo marker like luckymonster.pro here, or millpools.cc here, or solopool.pro, and 𝗧solo.bid here. Those are the solo mining pools. So there you have it. Those are the ones you get to pick from. You of course also need a Dogecoin wallet address, and I'm going to use my Tangem wallet. Tangem is my favorite hardware wallet by far, and I do actually have a discount code for you guys. So if you do want to get a good wallet that has the perfect blend of, you know, ease of use, security, and also actually supporting coins that us miners use, I do have that discount code down in the video description and a link to get the wallet for yourself if you are interested. But let's talk a little bit more about how to actually choose your solo mining pool, because what you want to do when solo mining is you really want to look for the pool that has the fastest connection, because getting that quick ping to the pool really could be what makes the difference between you solving the block and someone else solving the block. And there actually is a tool you can use to find which pool has the best ping for you specifically. And it is a tool that's up on GitHub. It's actually developed by another mining pool called 2Miners. It's just called Stratum Ping. You can just find it by Googling. And basically all you do is you just download the little zip file here for whichever platform you are on. For example, Windows, Mac, whatever. Download it, unzip it, run it, and you just fill in the pool you are trying to test your ping to, and then you can compare which one has the shortest ping time. I actually have a very old video you can check out if you want a more step-by-step guide on how to use this tool, so I guess I'll link that down in the video description as well. But what I did find out is that for me, the solo pool for Dogecoin with the fastest ping time was actually this one, 𝗧solo.bid. However, I'm willing to guess that for most of you in America, this one, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is probably going to be the one with the quickest ping time. And also, I want you to keep in mind that I can't exactly vouch for any of these pools. I've yet to actually properly use either of them, and I've definitely never found a block while mining through any of them, so I can't say anything. You're gonna have to do your own research and make your own decision on whether or not you are, you know, willing to trust using these pools. Alright, so I just popped off screen for a second there to set up my mini Doge miner. It was just plugging it into the power supply and plugging it into Ethernet. Now the thing does have Wi-Fi as well, but I'm gonna use Ethernet for this because I want the quickest possible connection. And then to set it up, basically you just open find.goldshell.com in your web browser on any device that's on the same network as your mini Doge miner. And then you will be greeted by this, where you can just find your miner in the little list here. Click on the settings cogwheel there. It's probably going to be in Chinese when you first open it, so just click on the little flag up there, switch that to English, and click unlock. And then the username is admin, and the password is just going to be letters, or numbers rather, 1 through 9. So just fill that in and hit unlock. Here we go. Now, to get this set up and solo mining Dogecoin, basically what we need to do is we need to come back to the list of pools here, and we just need to open the pool that we actually want to connect to. So either that might be 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 or 𝗧solo in my case, or any of the other ones. But basically what you want to do is just open that up, click on the coin that you are wanting to solo mine. So in this case, Dogecoin here. And basically we just need to copy the Stratum URL here, like so. Come back to our Gold Shell miner, click on the miner cogwheel here, and actually I'm going to go to the 𝗧solo here instead. Click on Dogecoin because I have way faster ping to this one, and I'm just going to copy this pool server address here, and then I'm just going to click remove on this pre-applied mining settings here, and then I'm going to click add. I'm going to paste the URL, and then for miner name, I basically just am gonna paste in my Dogecoin wallet address. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to use a charity donation wallet address instead. So I've got that copied here, so I'm just gonna paste that in, and then you can name your miner whatever you want it to show up as in the dashboard for the pool. So let's just call it 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 MINI DOGE III. And password is usually just a lowercase x, or you could, in many cases, even leave it blank. Then just hit apply and click the little shovel here. And that thing should then take maybe a few minutes to get up and mining, but it should then start solo mining Dogecoin. So we can see the little shovel has turned green here. So if we come back to home here, we can see hash rate is starting to peak up here again, but I will give this a few minutes and then we'll check back on it. And to check your mining progress, you just open the pool website again, paste your mining wallet address in the little box here for 𝗬𝗪 or Unlucky Monster at the bottom here. You just remember to change it to Doge and then just hit the little search button. And nothing's showing up yet because we just started mining, so this usually takes maybe sometimes up to an hour before you start seeing anything on the actual website. But while that gets up and running, let's have a look at what the actual odds for finding a block with a MINI Doge 3 like this one, really is. And luckily for us, this pool website, Lucky Monster, actually has a built-in likelihood calculator. So basically what we can do is just enter our hash rate here. So if we again go back and look at the little listing for this miner here on Coin Mining Central's website, we can see that this thing does 650 mega hash. So let's just change this to mega hash and change this to 650. So we can see that the estimated time to find a block with this MINI Doge is actually only 3 years. Now you might say 3 years, that does sound like a lot. And here's the thing that you really need to understand about how these things work and how likelihood works when you're talking about it from a pure mathematical perspective. And basically when it says 3 years here, it doesn't mean you will have to mine for 3 years and then you'll hit a block. What it does mean is that on average, within any given 3-year period, you should have hit at least one block. And when during that 3-year period that does happen is basically down to luck. For example, it could be within the first few minutes. And that is kind of just the game we are playing. There's a reason why people call it the mining lottery, basically, because we're playing with these lower power units, hoping to get lucky and score a block very early on during this likelihood period to get one kind of significant payout really early on if we should be so lucky. And so it's now been about 10 minutes since we entered our solo pool in the mining settings for this MINI Doge 3. And as you can see here, if I update, we are up and solo mining to this pool. And if I also come to the actual pool dashboard here, you can see that my little MINI Doge here has popped up and is solo mining to this solo mining pool. So success, we got a solo mining MINI Doge 3. Now I just gotta cross my fingers that I actually hit a block within the next somewhat near future. And then my MINI Doge has more than paid itself off in a relatively short amount of time. Of course, there's a lot of luck involved with that, but again, it's also kind of fun. Thank you so much for watching, and let's finish this video with a quick word from Coin Mining Central, who is the sponsor of this video. Coin Mining Central is an online store for ASIC miners, and there's no doubt that right now ASIC mining profitability has just been going up like crazy in these past few months. And the miners that I'm personally most interested in right now are probably the 𝗬𝗓𝗏 AL0 Home, a lithium miner, and the Jasminer X16Q, which I still think is probably the best ASIC miner available for at-home miners like myself. Coin Mining Central are also continuously providing me with exclusive discount codes for you guys, like the code 𝗬𝗏, which gives you $125 off on every miner in your order. I am also very excited to tell you that Coin Mining Central have recently launched a loyalty program that lets you earn points in loads of different ways, like signing up for their newsletter or following them on social media. You also earn points on every order you make with them, and these loyalty points can then be redeemed for massive discounts on your next purchase. Now, on top of this, with Coin Mining Central, worldwide express shipping is always free, and there are never any added payment fees during checkout or anything like that. The listed price is always the total cost you'll pay for the miners. And I did a lot of research before I decided to partner up with Coin Money Central, and there were two clear things that stood out to me about them. The first one being that as opposed to most other ASIC vendors that are based overseas, Coin Money Central is registered and run out of England, Europe, which means they have to adhere to the very strict regulations for customer support and personal detail protection that we have over here. And of course, all brand new miners also come with a full manufacturer warranty. The second thing is their pretty much spotless track record of delivering miners to happy customers like you guys for well over 5 years at this point. So please go check them out today. I'll have the discount codes and link for you down in the video description.